Hi Libra, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Libra. The message could be for you. Feel free to take it however it resonates with you in your situation. Keep in mind that these are general and timeless readings. Everything that you need to access is down below in the description box, which would be my website link and my Instagram handle. Shiz. And I just post more things on quantum physics and crazy things that I play around with over there. Where was that? The desert. I'm gonna take that pile. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you've been here in support of the channel. Let's dive in. Okay, this is not for all of you. This actually could be a geographical thing, but if it's not, this could be just talking about emotions. But I am gonna go ahead and take this upside down. Okay, it feels like to me that you are pulling out of like a dry spell. That's what this feels like. Almost like if emotions were dry, or you didn't feel like you were in a relationship or a dynamic that was emotionally open. That looks like there's a change coming to that, which is probably going to be a pretty significant shift. This could feel like emotional poison, literally. That feels like in the external environment. You could feel like, okay, so here's the recommendation, because you know the whole seeing the wood through the trees, whatever that freaking saying is. You know what I mean. Wow, there's something here literally about environment stuff. You could like to spend time in the forest, or there's something here about like a lot of trees and mountains and desert, possible. But the other thing here is it looks like you're disconnecting from this. This could have been a realization that came up where you didn't totally understand how something was affecting you. You could be counteracting it. Like imagine the desert in reverse as a symbolic like water, you know, mirage. That's the desert. The desert is like a lack of emotional nourishment. If it's that, you could be counteracting that right now. And the process of moving out of this, since you're finally maybe coming to the realization, is that you're gonna have to get your focus off of the problem and try to shift frequencies. And it does look like it's gonna be a literal elevation that's happening for you. The other side of this is there could be another person that you're aware of, and they're like in a high elevation point. And that actually could be some kind of vantage point, like going for a hike or something like that might give a different perspective or advantage. How interesting. Where are the cards? Okay. Okay, yeah, so you're cutting off from this thing, whatever. If this was like you knew someone was kind of like an energy vampire, or like whatever, it was like emotional venom. Like it was like subtle things that you could have realized affected you, but things that you never would have thought affected you. Sometimes you can think like, oh, I'll be fine if I go into this, but then you can actually have a manifestation that comes up in your health. And that's what's helping you to make the shifts and changes that you need to make. There's the swan. This is really beautiful because this could be like graceful movement coming in. That's a very Libra-ish card. Venus is moving into Taurus, which is a very compatible energy. Okay. And then we have someone over here in the corner observing you. Very interesting. There's a person that I feel you may be aware that this person is observing you. I know this is not the typical meaning of this card, but this person actually could be kind of like struggling to get out of some kind of process. Or they like, you know, the eating their own tail. This person kind of has some kind of self-sabotaging habit. And we have the sun here. This is very nice. So it's like, if you could have felt the fog, like you couldn't see your way, see the path out of this, this is super good. This, actually, the sun coming out is the first, cast this positive light over the fact that you're coming out of confusion. You might even feel a pretty significant shift, and this could be that you're facing your fears, or some of you coming out of a freeze response. You could actually be feeling like there's a lift in your energy because you have something that you do. 7 of Wands. This is like a high energetic thing that you do. It activates your energy and it dissipates this one. That's what you'll feel, this significant shift over this next week. And what you'll be moving into, the Hermit. That might be some time of like really valuable alone time, or you keep kind of going into that. We have the 6 of Swords reverse, Queen of Cups. Heck yeah, that's amazing. Look how much you're going to get emotionally nourished in this maybe time of solitude. Some of you guys might think of taking a trip, or there's just something there about alone time. And then the 8 of Cups is reverse in the mind. Oh, and 2 of Pentacles is even reverse. Hallelujah. Okay, that's actually another positive thing. Things are clear. This indecisive that everyone says is very typical for Libras, I think is what you are getting out of. But this could have been very wise, actually, because you could have, maybe it wasn't time to take action yet. Maybe you were clearing your mind. For some of you guys, if this was about you were just confused, or if you felt a little traumatized and it was really hard to make decisions, maybe it was good to just hold off. And the answer would come here in the Hermit card. Maybe you've just been kind of focused on this, is trying to stay in a positive energy and going, maybe it's out in nature, but you might go to a place where you have time on your own and it dissipates all this really good stuff. But you always have to activate it, like you have to motivate yourself to move. And because over here in this sitting energy, I feel like in this frequency, someone feels like they have access to kind of like shoot some venom at you emotionally. And it looks like you're making a pretty significant elevated shift in that, a pretty significant one, because it's like totally moving you out of all this stuff that you felt stuck in. And so here's the sun coming in, illuminating a lot for you, clearing things up, pulling you out of either cognitive dissonance or whatever this confused state, or some of you guys, literally, it could have been like a freeze response. You're shifting out of that. And if this is some kind of situation where you're going to be making movement very quickly, then there's this moment that's going to be where you're going to be shifting very quickly in a particular direction. And over here, you'll have solitude, or whatever this environmental shift or this energetic shift is. It might be where you're going to get some kind of answer. Or if this is a person coming in Libra, if you're interacting with, it could be a Virgo, or this person is just very much balanced in their self-care. That person might be coming in because they might feel very nourished by you, or they're very drawn to your like emotional side. They might want to be near you more because of that. But you might still be, this is all a good movement. I do think it looks like you're detaching from this because you're all illuminated on what's been affecting you mentally. And now, how interesting that these are both upside down, almost like still a process to officially move out of a power dynamic. Because you could be realizing right now that someone could have wanted to pull you into either triangulation, or someone could have wanted you to be involved in some kind of, but there could be environmental shifts or something that you might feel like there's either a delay in it, or it's gonna just take a little bit of time. Almost like you have to go back into an interaction, or you might feel like that's coming up ahead where you have to go interact with someone again. If you have a temporary out of the situation or away from the dynamic or whatever it is, or the relationship, it's showing me that you might need to go back in, but you are prepared to go into it differently. So if this is like going to nature, like this is a part of your self-care routine, it's emotionally nourishing you so that you navigate some of the dynamics you're dealing with in a very emotionally intelligent way. So it could be that you're gonna, like when your self-care is on track, then you will respond very differently, probably in a more compassionate or emotionally nourishing way, which will probably shift the dynamic in itself. But if you feel like there are blockages in being able to walk away officially, because I get the sense that there's still somewhat of an emotional pull that is getting at you, I really do think that like self-care is going to be the counteracting solution to that. Like, I wonder if this is like guilt or some kind of lower vibrational thing that's preventing you from feeling like from like going toward a wish or a dream that you have. You might really want to take a look at that, because it might be time for you to just stop beating yourself up. Like almost like put the beat up stick away. You don't need to punish yourself anymore, or like some of you guys, it might even be a legit emotional thing that you feel toward a situation, but your life is trying to elevate you whether you like it or not, or help you to rise in your situation. But I can just see there's a thing pulling at you, or you feel like you can't quite go after your dreams. Could be a relationship or something, but make sure it's not someone, the tactics that this person is doing to try to, because some of you, especially right now, this is a pretty significant time where you could come into some kind of relationship, or some of you guys might be in one, because dude, Mars moved into Aries and Venus moved into Taurus, and there's a lot of really positive shifts that are going to take place from that. So try to disengage if you feel like someone's going to try to pull you into any kind of triangulation, or like I said, those power dynamics. Try to keep out of them as much as possible. Yeah, let me dive into the extended Libra. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, see it over there. But Libra, if this is where we leave things, sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best. See you in the next reading. Take care.